Hi everyone, it's Jen and Lindsay. We're back for a second day in a row. We wanted to jump on today and talk a little bit about how to use our website. So in the last, I don't know, probably a couple of years, we've gotten quite a few questions about things on our website, how to find things, where things are, all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to kind of walk you through how to use our website, hoping that it will be an easier way for you guys to search for things and see things that you need or find things that you need or that you're looking for. We're also going to show you like things like our gift cards, where those are, like gift certificates and that kind of stuff. We can show you all of that stuff. If you have questions, we have an FAQ page. You can go there. Any of that kind of stuff. So we're going to kind of walk through the website. Lindsay is going to be able to screen share. So she's going to put the website up on the computer or on the screen, and then we're going to kind of talk as we go through it and make sure that you guys know exactly where you're at. If you guys have questions as we're going, please ask them. If it's something that we haven't quite gotten to yet, and we don't answer you right away, we will circle back to it because we're probably, sorry, my noises in my hands. We're going to circle back to it because there's a lot of information and we want to make sure we cover it all for you. But we kind of have to go in order to make sure that we get everything. Okay. So if you have questions, ask them and we will try to address everything. And if not, we can ask at the end if there are any other questions. Okay. All right, Lindsay, let's get started.
All right.
So Lindsay's going to flip the screen. She's going to screen share here so that we're going to have our website up there. So now you're going to see our website. So this is the home page of our website. So at the front, at the top, it says cover distributing, CD Wood, a creative, your creative source. Okay. So that's that part. Now up in the other corner is going to be like your cart. So if you see Lindsay's mouse is over that now. So if you put something in your cart, it will go there. So if you need to get to your cart, that's the place that you need to go. So you just click on that. It'll open up your shopping cart and it'll show you everything that's in there. All right, so if you want to get out of that, you just click your back button, which is at the top. And then I would think, Lindsay, we should just start with the search bar and then work our way down. Is that what you're thinking too?
Sure.
Okay, so on our website, so like we always tell you if you can search our website. And I think often sometimes people don't see that search area right there. What they're doing is they're seeing the search bar at the top, like the Google bar up at the top of the screen where you put the web address in. That's not your search bar. That's if you're searching the internet. For our website, you want to go to that search right above that Facebook Live section. So if you want to search something on our website, you click on that and then you just put in whatever item number it is. So let's say we're doing the 305, Lindsay. So you will put 31, because that's the department, dash L 305. And when you hit enter, it will pop right up. You see how that came right up? You don't have to go through our entire website. So if you know the item number or the product that you're searching for, you can do it that way. The other thing you can do is in the search bar, just click on that and then type in rounded arch plaque, because that's the name of it. And if you do that, it will come up like that. So there, when you click on that, all right, then it will pop up there. If you wanted to get that, then you would just put your mouse over top of that and you can click the add to cart. If you're not sure if that's the item that you want and you really just want the detailed description of it, you can click on it. Instead of adding it to your cart, scroll down just a smidge, and then that's all your detailed information underneath of there. So you can read all, like the sizing, anything like that. That is all the information that we have about that piece. Now, while we're on this item, let's talk about the photos underneath. So that plaque is a super popular plaque, right? Everybody uses it. It's a great one. Lindsay's got her mouse over, see those other smaller pictures beside it? If you click on that, that will enlarge, right? Okay, and now see that arrow that Lindsay has her mouse on now? If she clicks on that, that's going to scroll through all of the pictures. So you can scroll through. If you see one you like, you click on it, it makes it bigger. If you don't like it, or if it's not something that you're really looking for, you can just keep scrolling. That way you can click on the pictures, each one if you want to, however you want to do it. But all of those pictures have the pattern numbers associated with that pattern or that design. And those are all designed on that surface. So if you like the plaque, you have a bunch of that plaque and you're like, I need something else to put on it. There you go. You can look for all through all those photos and find all of the fun designs that people have done on those. Not only does Chris use those, but other designers use it as well. So you can click on those and then see, and then underneath there, that gives you the pattern number for each piece. You can just go to your search bar and you can put that pattern number in. And then that pattern will come up for you. And then you could add that to your cart. So Lindsay's going to do that now so you can see that.
And you don't have to use capital letters.
No, you don't have to use capital letters for sure. There it is. So then she just adds it to her cart. So now we're going to go up to the cart. Well, we're already there because it clicked for us. So you got your rounded arch plaque in there, right? Which was the first item. And then we've got the pattern, which is the Give Thanks No. So those items are both in your cart. Right there is your subtotal. It's $12.45. That's before shipping. And then you choose where this is going. So you're going to choose your state, right?
So, and this is going to give a shipping estimate.
Yes, a shipping estimate is what you're going to see here.
So, my favorite one.
California.
And
yes.
I always put in 90210.
I know, because we are 90s kids, right?
Yeah. And then you just click calculate shipping.
And it's going to give you your options here. So once you calculate your shipping, you get to choose your option. You can choose priority mail or UPS ground. It gives you an estimate for both of those items.
Now you will not be able to choose until you complete the checkout process.
Yep. So go to checkout. And then once you go to checkout, you go there to your ship. Then you choose your shipping option right here. Those are your two options that it gave you before. So UPS ground or priority mail. You click on that. You enter your credit card information.
And of course, you want to fill out this stuff.
Yeah, you got to fill all that stuff out for sure. And you fill out your credit card information, and then you can pay. Does that make sense?
Or you can use PayPal.
Or you could go there and you can sign in with your PayPal and pay with PayPal. Okay? All right. So I think that pretty much sums up how to search items, how to add items to your cart, how to get your shipping estimate, and then also how to proceed to your checkout. Excuse my coughing, guys. Okay, so Lindsay's going to go back to our website. So did you see what she did? She just clicked on that top Cardboard Distributing logo on that, and it took her right back to the main website. So if you're ever confused on that, you can go right back there. All right. Next, let's go down. We're going to go down the menu sections, right? So on our website, each one of those is a different section on our website. So the first one is our Facebook Live sale. Click on that. Look, June 18th, that's our next Facebook Live, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Be here or be square. Okay, so that's when we have our Facebook Live. You can go there, and that's where all the items for our Facebook Live are going to be. In that section, the prices for those items have already been changed when they're in there, okay? So you can go there. You can add those items to your cart and check out that way. Okay. Next, Lindsay goes to Christmas Unwrapped. So if you're a current member of Christmas Unwrapped or a past member of Christmas Unwrapped and you want to get any of these ornaments, you can do that there. This is also where if you're new to Christmas Unwrapped and you want to resubscribe or subscribe for the first time, this is a chance that you can do that. So you can go there in this section, click on that, and you'll fill out your information. There's a Canadian one and a US one. If you're somewhere else and you wanted to subscribe, let us know, and Lindsay can get you approximate shipping cost, what the price would be for that, because we don't have it on there because we don't know if somebody from those other places are going to do it, but we can always check that out for you. So that's where you can find Christmas Unwrapped. Now, then Christmas Unwrapped for June is patterns of last year is getting ready to release June 15th. So that once that pattern and those ornaments are available for purchase through the general public, they will also be in that section as well. Okay, next is weekly sale. That is something that I would check probably weekly if I were you. This changes every single week. So every Friday, this is a different sale. Every item that's in the sale is in this section right here. Oftentimes, and I would say probably 95% of the time when you do, when we have our weekly sale, prices are already shown or there's an automatic discount. So you don't have to worry about discount codes or anything like that when you're shopping our weekly sale normally. Now, every once in a while, you'll have to add a coupon code. It depends on what other sales we have going on at the time. But most of the time, those are all going to be already shown there for you. Now, up in the description part where Lindsay's at right now, at the very beginning, it has dates in there. So if you're unsure if that's the current sale, check those dates up there. And then make sure that the sale is still running, because there are some times that we do like a weekend sale, so it's not for the whole week. And we don't want to confuse you. So we always put the dates in there as well. And it will also tell you if you need a coupon code. I believe that one says no coupon code is needed. Yep, right there. It will tell you in there if you need a coupon code or not. So that is the weekly sales section. Yep.
I just want to make sure there's no questions.
Okay. Okay. All right. So below weekly sale is our new items. Okay. That is anything new, brand new. If you click on that, that's going to bring up all the new items. My suggestion for you at this point, do you see where it says title A to Z? Click on that, Lindsay, and then go to new to old. Brand new stuff is going to be the newest stuff on there. So the newest stuff here, which is our brand new Be Beautiful Summer Days pattern, and the bundle there, those are the two newest pieces. And then as you scroll down, like then there's the Star Spangled Spirit, then there's Linda O'Connell's new pieces, there's some new door hangers, all of that stuff. That's in the order in which, like kind of reverse order in when we put it on the internet, because you want the newest stuff first. There's some stencils, all kinds of stuff. So you can scroll through that, find all the new stuff. So if you're like, is there Krista have anything new? Does, did they get anything from any other designers that's new? It will all be in that section if it is new. But I always suggest changing that new to old at the top there. That way you're seeing the newest stuff first, because if you don't, like Lindsay, can you go back and then go back in so it shows you the A to Z? Yeah. Every time you click on our website, if there's nothing new that's the name of it isn't a number, it's probably not going to show first. You're still going to see that 14-inch scallop board, even though that's been on there longer than some of the other pieces. Does that make sense? Because it goes alphabetical at that point. So numbers first.
To alphabetical.
Yes. Yeah. So number first and then alphabetical. So that's how our website is set up. So always change that new to old, and that will give you the newest stuff that we have. Okay. Our next section, which is probably our most popular section, is our bundle section. Again, I would suggest going new to old there. You can do that on every single page, and that's going to show you all of our bundles that we have. So any of the items that we have a bundle for is going to be in this section. Now, I would like to point out that when we do a bundle, you're not paying retail price for our bundles. We always give you a discount when we bundle something together. So if you bought all the pieces separate, it would be a little more expensive than if you bought the bundle, because we always discount those as the bundle price. And then most of the time, bundles are not included in our sales. But we do once in a while have a bundle sale where you can get an additional discount off of that already discounted price. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so underneath of the bundles is a mini drop down. So that is the ornament bundle. So if you know you're going to work on ornaments and you just want to grab some bundles for ornaments, which is pattern and ornament, excuse me, you can go right there and click on the ornament bundles. And then all of the items in that section are going to be just ornaments. So no plaques. If you're looking for something different and you know you need new ornaments, this is the place that I would go.
It should be said these are single ornament designs.
Yes, single ornament. Well, not all of them.
They should be.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, this is that 850.
Oh, okay. All right. So those are all of the ones that are single ornament. So one pattern, one image, and then one ornament. Okay. Underneath of that is our arts and crafts supplies. So this is where you're going to find all of that stuff that you kind of need, but don't necessarily know that you need it until you get into it. So that's where you're going to find your palette paper, your tracing paper, your, painter's tools, the brush scrubby, all of that kind of stuff is going to be under there because those are all considered paint supplies. So anything paint crafting, like there's the brush cleaner right there, some pencil sharpeners, erasers, all of that kind of stuff is going to be in that section there. Color wheels, pretty much any of that extra stuff. This is kind of stuff that we don't make, but stuff that you need for your art stuff. So there's also some other mini sections under that, which will break things out a little bit more. So pens and markers, for example, that will bring up all of the pens and markers that we carry. If you're looking for some like a micron, I know Chris loves those, the white gel pen. I love those. You guys love the Identapen. So those are all going to be in that section there. Now, Lindsay's circling the sold circle on there. Do you see that, guys? That is, if we are out of stock on something, it is going to say sold there. That means we don't have any more in stock. So you won't be able to add that to your cart. So when you go in, it'll say, sorry, this item is out of stock. That means you can't get it from us right now because we don't have it, but it is on order and we should be getting it back in stock soon. So that is one thing to keep in mind too. Okay, we're going to move next to probably one of our biggest categories, and that is books and patterns. Books, not necessarily too many. All of the old Pixelated Palette issues are in there as well. Books, there's only 2 books available at this point that are no longer out of print. And so that is the following 3 and following 4 books, which we do still currently have. So if you want to grab any of those, that's where you would find those. Any of the other books that we had that are out of print are no longer in that section because we don't have them. Then there's Pixelated Palette. If you click on that, that's all of the past issues of Pixelated Palette, which we no longer do. But we do sell the individual issues of Pixelated Palette that you can grab there. So if you know somebody said, oh, I got this in this article of da-da-da-da-da, you can go over to the Pixelated Palette part. And you can buy that issue there. They're digital downloads. So you add it to your cart. You will get a download thing. You'll click on that, download it to your computer, and then you can either print out the whole thing or just print out the pattern from the piece that you wanted to create. So that is the Pixelated Palette section. Underneath of that, we have free e-patterns. So we have a huge section of free e-patterns. There's 70 free e-patterns on there. Most of them are by Chris. There's a few from different designers, like Debbie Antonik has done a few for us and whatnot. But we do have a few pieces in there from other designers. But all of these are free e-patterns that you can download at home and create some fun pieces. And a lot of these actually have free YouTube videos as well that like kind of go together, where you can hop over to our YouTube channel and then watch how to paint those with Chris, and then also get the free pattern, and you can just get the surface from us. Okay, next we have patterns by artist. So Lindsay clicked on that, and then see where more items underneath of that drop down. So then there's Chris Hoy, there's Deb Antonik, there's Janetta Simo, there's Paula Bassett, and then there's Sharon Bond. Those are all the printed patterns that we carry. So if you wanted to get a printed pattern instead of buying an e-pattern, where we print it and mail it to you in the mail, you would go to that section there. You click on that. And again, I would switch that to new to old. That's the best way to find the newest stuff. Okay. So you can do that. Though this is Chris Hoy's section. So this is all her paper patterns that we carry. So if you're looking for something particular, you can go right there. And then there are pages and pages, guys. Pages and pages of those. Lindsay, can you scroll down just a little bit so we can show them to go to more, to find more things? Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there. And so you click there, load more, and then more of the patterns will show up. You keep scrolling down, keep scrolling down, keep scrolling down, keep scrolling down. And then once you get to that box again, you click that, and then more patterns will show up.
It only shows 40 at a time.
Yes. That's how our computer or how our website is set up. We cannot change that. Unfortunately, you got to keep with the 40 and then just load more. What I would like to do is when I'm doing that, I'm working on anything on our website, like photo wise, what I do is I kind of keep track of how many pages I've been through on there. And then I'm able to go ahead and like return back to that. Like I can just kind of keep scrolling down until I get to like 112 or, whatever I was looking for. Okay, so that is the pattern section, and that is by designer. Now, let's go to scroll back up, and then, excuse me, underneath of that, you can do pattern by theme. And then you can choose whether it is every day, fall, Halloween, spring, summer, or winter, Christmas. So we have them kind of narrowed down in those. Lindsay's clicking on the winter Christmas pattern. So all of these are going to be winter or Christmas themed. So you scroll down there, and then you're going to see all of the patterns that we have that have winter theme or Christmas theme in this section. And again, that goes for spring, summer. If you click on that one, it's going to pull up new, like more spring and summer florals, 4th of July, like any of that kind of stuff is going to be in there. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so all those different sections. Then we have e-patterns by artist, same as patterns, but this is all e-patterns. These are all digital downloads. Let me rephrase that. These are not physical patterns. So when you click on this, the e-patterns section, all of these items are going to be a digital download. So a PDF download that you're going to get sent to your email address that you will then download onto your computer. Then you can open it up and print it out yourself. This is not a physical pattern that we mail you. An e-pattern is a digital file. If you want a physical pattern, you have to go to the paper pattern section. So that's the patterns. These are e-patterns. Again, we have tons of different designers that have e-patterns. A lot of people don't do paper patterns. They only do e-patterns. There's like 371 different e-patterns on our website, all from different designers. Chris's are in there as well, but look at that list of designers that we have, guys. There's a lot of different designers that we have. It's all alphabetical. So if you're looking for like Liz Vigliotto, you just click on her name, and then all of her patterns will come up. Again, I always switch it from new to old, from that A to Z. Every day when I'm working on the website, I switch to that. That way I have the best stuff. The newest stuff that I've seen from A to Z, I've seen those a million times every time I've clicked on it. So I want the newest stuff when I'm searching. Okay, so then we also have e-patterns by theme, which is same as paper patterns. You just keep scrolling down. Yeah,
it'll stay open.
It'll stay open if you don't close it. Yep. So then Lindsay has got every day, fall, Halloween, spring, summer, and winter, Christmas. And those are the e-patterns. You just click on that section. Again, not physical patterns under e-patterns. Those are going to be digital downloads. So you're going to get a PDF that you will download to your computer and then print out. Okay. So Up next is going to be our brush section. This is the most popular section on our website because everybody needs brushes when they are painting. So we have it broken down by type of brush. We have it broken down by brush care. We have Chris Hoy design brushes. We have Joe Sonia brushes. We have all kinds of stuff on here. I can't read that one. Oh, Royal brushes. Sets. So if you're looking for a set and you want a set of brushes, like you want to get like the filberts or the flats or the dry brushes, you can do that under sets. Specialty brushes are on there. Stencil brushes are also on there. So you can check all of those out. All of the brushes there are going to be in there. There's the stencil brushes. So lots and lots of brushes we carry. If you need an angle, you can just go to brushes and click on angle. If you need brush cleaner, you can go to brushes and click on brush care. And it's going to bring up all the brush cleaners that we have. Anything that you need to help take care of your brushes, there you go. All right. I think I got everything in there, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Next is paint and mediums. So this is probably another one of the biggest sections on our website. So we carry the full line of Decor Americana acrylic paints in 2-ounce bottles. So we carry those, and what we do is it's alphabetical right there. And Lindsay has them up there alphabetically. The very first thing though is that 2025 paint set. We still do have those available. So if you wanted to get those, you still could, but that's the newest paint set out there. Once another paint set becomes available, we no longer sell that year of paint. What we do is we just put the individual bottles, which we also have the individual bottles of the 2025 Decor colors in there as well. And we don't sell our paint at retail either. So that price that you're seeing there, that is our everyday price. And then the one that's marked out is the retail price, which we never sell at retail.
And I'm gonna make a little note here. Decor has announced a price increase. We will not be raising our price.
Yeah,
so
our prices
will stay $1.95.
Yeah, our prices are staying the same. We're not raising our prices because Decor did. So we're still going to have that $1.95 price.
The retail will go up for Decor, but we will still be at $1.95.
Yeah. So the crossed out price is going to be a little bit higher, but our everyday price, which is that $1.95, is going to stay $1.95. So just to note that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is our paint section. So that's all the Decor. These are all 2-ounce bottles. Now we do have some 8-ounce. We have 2 colors in 8-ounce. It's the lamp black and the Snow White. So you can get those as well if you want to.
By price.
Yeah, by price, you can do those right there. Those are the 2. So if you sort by high to low, that's going to be the more expensive.
You can't see white
because it's white. Yeah. So anyways, Lindsay did a lot of work on our website. Doesn't that look nice with all the paint swatches on there? She put a lot of work into that to make that look like that, because it used to be individual bottles, and I think you can really tell the colors now that that's been switched out.
And it should be noted, these colors are not true.
Right. It's just what Decor sent us.
These swatches came from Decor, but it's never going to be exactly like the paint itself. It's close.
Yeah.
Like what you see on the screen is never going to be the same as what you get in real life.
Even this, like, I think even like the little dot on the top of the bottle isn't the color of the paint sometimes. So, okay. So that is the Decor paint. That's what we've got going on there. So what's after that, Lindsay? Extreme Sheen. So we only have one, and we're actually out of stock on it now, but we do have a paint order coming soon. So just keep checking for that. Then we have the chalk paint, which is the full art chalk paint, which I love. The white Adirondack is my favorite. We carry, we have the full line, right, Lindsay? Everything of it?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have the full line of that. We also have their metallics, and then they have a wax too. We also carry that as well. Okay, after that, we have glitter and metallic. So we have a little bit of stuff in there, not a ton, but that's where you'll find like the diamond dust, the glamour dust, the holographic illusions, that's in there. Then we carry the Joe Sonia mediums. We carry the 8-ounce size of those. And all of those are going to be in this section here. So if you're looking for mediums from Joe Sonia, this is the great place to go. You can get everything that we have here. It's all going to show there. If we have it in stock, it will have sale beside it. And then if we don't, it'll have that sold beside it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, up next is mediums.
And this is a collective medium category.
Yes, this has a bunch of different mediums in here. So if you're looking for like a snow writer, glossy accents, that kind of stuff, it's in there as well. Snow text, any of that kind of stuff. We do carry the neon colors as well. Those are in this section under neons. And then also we have it broken down into snow texture mediums. So you've got snow text, the snow writers. We've got modeling paste. All of that's going to be in that section as well. Up next is stain. One of my favorites, the maple gel stain. And I actually was in the office yesterday, and Lindsay and Chris were talking about the paint order, and we are actually going to get the other two colors. We're going to get the oak and the walnut, right, Lou?
Yeah, we're going to get them back in. We had them before. They weren't really popular, but people are asking for them again. I guess people just didn't know what to do with them.
I think so. But now that we're using them in some of our painting stuff, you guys are loving them, and I love it. I rave about it every time I use it. So we're going to get a couple other colors of that. And then here's the varnishes and sealers. You can get those all in this section here if you're looking for a triple thick. We only carry the 2-ounce bottle.
No, well, we have the 2-ounce.
And then we also have the spray.
And I'm pretty sure the spray is going away.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I do want to note this. Anything that's aerosol like that has to ship UPS. So when you go and add that to your cart and then you go to checkout, it's only going to give you the option for UPS. And it does say in bold underneath there. We legally cannot ship that in a post office box. So if your shipping is high, check and see if you have an aerosol. I always suggest that to people.
I think that's the only aerosol we carry.
I think so too. Okay. All right. Up next is stencils. This is pretty self-explanatory. We have a ton of stencils, guys, and we're adding more stencils all of the time. So we have it broken down into CD stencils. So you click on that one. And then you can sort by theme that way. And then we even have Chris Boy stencils in there as well. So you can, if you're working on one of her patterns and you're looking for one of the stencils that go with her designs, you can find it in that section. We have all different kinds of sections. Lindsay has a new design section on there. We have animals and pets and baby. I mean, anything that you could think of is there. So all of our newest stencils are going to be in this section, and then also broken down into different categories. I'm not going to go through all of those. Clearly, you can see how many we have. And then painter's tools are also in their category because they're made out of the stencil material, but we consider them painter's tools, not necessarily a stencil. So they're in that section. And then what's after painter's tools?
It's Paola's stencils.
Okay, Paola's stencils. We have a couple of stencils for Paola Bassett, and they're in that section as well. Okay, up next is surfaces. Surfaces is also broken down into different surfaces. So we've got regular basic shapes, and then we have layered pieces. Like we have a bunch of Paola Bassett's pieces. She has her own section, so you can click on that. If you're looking for one of the surfaces for her, you can click on the Paola surfaces. Everything that we carry from her is there. Now, we don't carry all of her pieces, but we do carry a lot of them. And any of the pieces that we have for her are going to be in that section there, okay? So if you're looking for that and you don't want to have to search all the way through all of our surfaces, you can go straight there. I think our most popular section in this section is the door hanger section. We sell a ton of door hangers, guys, and we're adding more every single day.
And again, I would go new to old.
Yeah, I would go new to old on that too, because we have how many?
Almost 200, because I think there's 199 plus that heart thing.
Okay, so there's almost 200 door hangers, and there's more on Lindsay's desk that needs to get put online when we get a minute to do that. So we're going to have over 200 door hangers here in no time at all. So that is one of our most popular sections because we sell a lot of those. I would also say that our plaques and ornaments are huge sections. I would search new to old if I were you, because some of those older pieces or the alphabetical pieces are older pieces that Chris doesn't really design on much anymore. But if you wanted to get some of those newer pieces, they're going to all be under that new product section. Under the plaque section. And then again, the same thing with ornaments. Tons of ornaments on our website. So you can go that way. And then you can also switch from new to old, like any of the things. And then it's going to give you the newest stuff on our website. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Linda O'Connell has a surface section as well. So if you're doing a Linda O'Connell piece, you can go there, and then all of her surfaces are going to be in there. We have a tiered tray section. Tiered tray pieces are one of my favorite pieces to do because you get all that layer there. So we have different sections for that, and then each one has its own theme. So we have Patriotic, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, like all of them. Lindsay's going to click on one, and that's going to pull up the patriotic ones there. And then there's, like I said, every season that you could think of, we have. So you can check there if you wanted to get any of that. We do have some bulk surfaces. I should probably mention that. We do carry some ornaments like in packs of 20. So this is where you would find that. So if you're working on a product and or a surface and you need a bunch of them for like a craft show or you're doing a class or something like that, that might be the place to go to get bulk surfaces. So you're not having to add a bunch at one time. They're also a discounted price. So you could do that. We carry under the embellishment section. That's where you're going to get like your basic shapes, snowflakes, and tags. all of that stuff's going to be in like what we consider embellishments because they're not big pieces, but they can be added to any of our other pieces to create a very cool little piece. Lindsay, did I get everything in that section? I mean, there's a lot. Yeah.
Simo's gnomes
Yeah.
are all in one.
Yeah. So check those drop downs, guys, because you can find a lot of cool stuff in there. And then if you look at those drop downs, it will definitely narrow down your search when you're looking for something.
And not everything is going to have a drop down.
Yeah.
But if you see that little triangle, it means that the menu opens up
to more pieces, like more subcategories.
Yes.
is what those are. So you get more options of searching. Okay. Yep, Lindsay's going to close that. Okay, so now we're going to go to our clearance section, and this is our last chance. So this is where we're getting rid of items. It's either items we can't get any longer, items that we need to move out because we got new product coming in and we're trying to make space. So that's where we have all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for, like, say you're buying something, you're like, oh, I could spend a little bit more money in my budget, but I don't want to spend a ton of money. This is where I would go because there's significantly discounted pieces in here. There's patterns in here.
And it should be noted with these patterns in here, the majority of these we also have as e-patterns.
Yes.
These are just paper patterns that were left over from like convention.
Yeah.
And we typically don't sell paper patterns from other designers
Right.
except for a couple.
Right.
So that's what these are. It doesn't mean that we're discontinuing
Nope.
it. It just means we're not carrying the paper version.
And most of the surfaces, not all, most of the surfaces are still available.
Like this one, for instance.
Yeah.
This one is discontinued because we don't have that surface is
Right.
discontinued.
But if it's a wood surface, like I saw the pocket watch on there just a few minutes ago, that is still available. The mermaid, the seahorses are still available. All that kind of stuff. We're just cleaning out the paper pattern so we can make more room on our walls for stuff. So that is why those pieces are in there. Okay, so that is the last, or the clearance section. Okay, Lindsay, what we got after that? Gift cards. Okay, so if you wanted to purchase a digital gift card for someplace, for somebody, this is the place you would go. All right, let's look over, see where it says gift card. And beside that, there's like a little thing that's, what's it say, title? Is that title? Okay, title. So if you click on that little arrow, it has a drop down, and those are all of the denominations of gift cards that you can buy. So you would just change to whatever you wanted. Say you want a $50 gift card, add that to your cart. When you go to checkout, it'll give you, you'll put in all the information you need when you go to checkout so you know where it's going. Now, typically it goes to your email that you would then print out and then give to whomever you want. Now, if you're buying one for yourself, you don't need to print it out. You just need that code on there. But yeah, that's a great gift to give to somebody. They love gift cards. I'll tell you that. So that is where you can find all the different denominations of gift cards that we offer.
And it should be noted, there are a few items that work like this with the drop down within the items. So if you see that little arrow in this box, it means it's a drop down and you're going to need to make a choice.
Yeah. So some of our, like even some of our stencils, we have like an A, a B, and a C size. So if we offer that, that's one of the, like do postmark script or something like, or you can do plate stands. Yeah. So plate stands is another item. So this is one of the items that we carry. If you click over there, you'll see where it says title or size underneath of that. It gives you the 3 different sizes that we offer. And then when you click on that, the price will change. Okay. So that's how you're going to know how much each of those items are. It goes to that price up there. So that's how those drop down, those menu items work. Okay. Class videos is the last major section that we have on our website. And these are all old videos that are all old classes that Chris had done. And we have the videos of, and so we can sell those for you guys. So if you wanted to create any of these pieces and you're like, that looks kind of complicated, I don't know if I can do that on my own with just the paper pattern, you can purchase the digital class and then you will get a download for that class. You'll have to download it. Now, granted, let me say this. Those take a little while to download because they are several hours long, but you're going to get that step-by-step process with that digital class. So you can get the class there, download it, and then watch it and paint along with Chris as you're doing it, or you could watch it and then paint it by yourself, or you could be painting and be like, I have no idea how to do this. Buy that video, go in, get to that point in the pattern, and then watch the video and learn what you need to know.
And it should be noted, these are not available on YouTube.
No.
These are paid classes.
Yes.
YouTube are the free classes. These are old paid classes like seminars and whatnot. Chris.
Yeah, so none of the items that are in this section are on our YouTube section. So if you want to learn to paint that Easter ride, you can't go to our YouTube or Chris's YouTube and do that. That's not going to be on there. You have to get it from that class. Okay. Okay, so underneath of that, we have stay in touch. We have Facebook, we have Pinterest, we have Instagram, and what's the other one? YouTube. We have all of those, so you can click on that. Those are all of the places that we have. You can follow us, you can get information, you can go check out what we've got to offer in those sections.
I'm not going to click on it.
No, because we don't.
Do, honestly,
I don't know where it's going to go. Yeah,
yeah,
but you can do that. You can click on it. It'll take you to any of those places. So it'll take you to our Facebook page. It'll take you to our Instagram. It'll take you to Chris's YouTube.
Okay. Real quick, I want to mention up here at the top, if you are one of our Canadian friends, or you're from England, or your currency is euro, you can change the currency up here. And it will automatically change it.
So you don't have to worry about conversion and all of that kind of stuff. It'll change it for you.
Which is nice.
That's a great.
It converts it, and it should be it's up to date.
Yeah.
So that gives you an idea of what you're going to be paying.
Absolutely.
So it defaults to US, of course.
All right. So underneath of that, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, down here you can join our newsletter. So if you click on that, if you don't currently get our email newsletter, you can click on that. You put your information in, and then it will subscribe you to our newsletter where you will get all of our latest updated information. Type, and then hit subscribe, and then that's where you will sign up for the newsletter. Okay, going back, we're going to scroll down to the bottom. About us. So that's all the information you kind of need to know about us. Our retail store is closed to the general public. We're not open on an everyday basis. There are very few times that we do have people come into the store, but we always announce that way in advance. So you guys, if you want to come up and shop and visit us and see all of us here, you can, it'll say in there if we're going to have hours, but we always announce that through Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Our street address is there. So if you, for some reason, need to mail something to us, or if you're doing curbside pickup, say you're traveling and you're coming through and you want to do curbside pickup, that's where you can find that. Phone number is down there as well. Contact information, that's info@cdwood.com, and that is Lindsay's email, guys. So anytime that you send an email to info@cdwood.com, that goes straight to Lindsay. She's the person that gets back to you so quickly. It has our hours down there, and then
4 Eastern, Monday through Thursday.
Yes, we are not here on Fridays. Excuse me. So we're not here on Fridays, but you can shop our website any day, 24/7. You can go to cdwood.com and shop every single day. Then we've got copyright information. So all Chris's patterns are under copyright. You cannot copy those, and if your friend has it, you can't make a Xerox copy of it. We need you to buy it from us because everything is under copyright. We have gift cards right there as well. So shipping and return. So this is something we want to point out because I just want to note something. I love fast shipping from Amazon. Trust me, Amazon has spoiled all of us. I love Amazon and it's amazing, and I pay for my shipping to be fast and free on there, right? But we are a small business and we do not have shipping within the next day. So most of the time when you place an order, your order leaves our warehouse mostly the next day if we're here. But again, we're not here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you place an order on Friday afternoon and the post office has already come, your order is not going to ship until Tuesday because we don't pull orders until Monday, and the post office doesn't show up for pickup until Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. Our shipping time is in there. Return policy is in there. Damages, if you get a damaged package, what you need to do is in there. Lost mail is in there. What you can return and what you cannot return is in there. All of that information that you need to know. If you guys have a question about shipping and returns, that is the place to go. Anything that you need, Lindsay's constantly updating that. If we have something that changes from like the post office or whatever, Lindsay's always updating that. Okay, up next is FAQ. So this is where you can go if you have any questions. And I think once this video is done, Lindsay's actually going to are you going to put this in that section, Lindsay?
It's going to be embedded down here at the bottom.
Yeah, so we're going to put that down there so that you guys can go back and watch it if you have any questions on how to use our website. But this is why, this is where all the questions are. So like, people often ask us about MDF and what is it and can we use it and is it safe and all of that kind of stuff. So that's where you find that kind of information. We do not back order. That is on here. If we have something out of stock, we will just ship without and return the money to or refund the money to you. And then it also says it's updated down there at the bottom. So when Lindsay updates things, then she updates on there the last time it was updated. So clearly nothing has changed in the last several years because nothing has been changed. Yeah. So all of our, like, if you have a question, I would definitely check there first. I don't think we even need to, I don't even think we need to mess with that. Refund policy is still, it's there again. We have it in 2 different places because we get some We get some questions about that. So we have that in 2 different places. And then we also have our contact us page, which is right there. That has our address, it has our phone number, it has our email meaning Lindsay's email, office hours, and all that kind of stuff. So if that is the best way to get a hold of us, I always suggest email. I tell you guys this every single time that I do a live. If you have questions, email info@cdwood.com. That is the fastest way to get an answer, because sometimes we can't get to the phone. And then sometimes it's like right before we get ready to leave for the day that Lindsay gets time to check the messages. And then some of you call and we're leaving as you're getting up, like with time change and everything like that. So I always suggest email first. If you don't get a hold of us through email, which Lindsay's amazing with email, she's always getting back to everybody right away. But yeah, you can definitely, the fastest way to get something is through email. So I always suggest that first. It's the best way and the fastest way to get an answer.
Okay, and I'm gonna.
Yes.
So this little heart down here at the bottom is the wish list feature.
Yep.
If you want to say add something to the wish list, let's go here.
Yeah.
And we'll say we want this thing.
Uh-huh.
You click this button, add to the wish list, and it says it's added successfully. So if you want to see your wish list, you have to be logged into your account.
Yep.
You just click here and it comes in here. You log in to save it.
Yep.
If you don't want that on your wish list anymore, you delete it. If you want to share your wish list, you can click the share button.
Yep.
A lot of people ask that. That's one of the most common questions I get.
Yeah.
The wish list, you just want to look for that heart. It also should be noted that this is a desktop version of the website. Your mobile version is going to look a little different, of course.
It's a little different, but it's not as different. I mean,
you just want to look up at the top, and the menu will be there. You want to look for 3 lines, and that will be the menu that is
that you see there, and you just got to click on that, and that will show up.
Real quick in the cart, if you want to delete something, you just click the X. And it deletes. If you want to change the quantity, you highlight it, say you want 6, but you must click update.
So you get the current amount.
And then it'll update.
Okay. Does that make sense? Clear as mud?
Clear as mud.
Okay. Is that everything, Lindsay?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's everything. Okay, so I think that is everything. Does anybody have any questions? That face got really big.
Yeah,
so does anybody have any questions about anything on our website? Something we didn't cover, something you're not sure about? Let us know, because we're happy to answer this for you. Lindsay and I, to us, our website is simple to use because we do it every single day. But we do get a lot of questions about it. So we thought that this would be a good video to do. We don't want you guys to be frustrated with it, because there's nothing worse than looking for something and getting so frustrated that you're like, just forget it. It's not worth it. And we don't want that. We want you guys to be able to find what you're looking for. So if you need something, we want you to be able to find it quickly.
And always, if you can't find something, or if you're having problems placing an order, you can always call us by phone. Typically 9 times out of 10, I'm the one that answers the phone, but I'm happy to take your order over the phone, happy to answer any questions, point you in the right direction. Same with email. If you're like, I can't find this, I will send you the link.
And I'm going to say this too. We have 2 phone lines here. So like if you call, somebody's probably going to answer the phone, or it's going to go to voicemail. You're not going to get a busy signal. That's one thing to keep in mind. I know I get so frustrated when I try to get a hold of somebody and all I get is like a busy signal. I'm like, why are they not answering the phone? We have 2 phone lines. So even if somebody's on one line, it's still going to ring and go to voicemail, so you can leave a message and we can get back to you. But again, email is the quickest and fastest way to get an answer.
And I truly do not mind sending links for things. Like if you can't find it, don't hesitate to drop an email, and I will pop those links in so you can go direct to what it is. And it should be also noted, I mentioned this the other day, there was a seminar piece, for instance, that they called it like an arch sign or something. We call it a tavern sign. So while arch sign is a description for it, I mean, that might be the issue, is that one person calls it this, we call it this. So, that happens from time to time. Unfortunately, there's no way that we can have every name for it up there. So, but if you describe it to me, or if you say like,
so-and-so's teaching
Linda
it.
O'Connell is teaching this on Monday. I know you're in there, Lon.
We usually know what they're teaching. So that's
we usually know, or I can go to their website or their Facebook page and look it up and be like, oh, that's da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
So that way.
Right. So, and I will say this too. I know a lot of the other designers that use our pieces use the item numbers that we use. So because somebody called it a rounded plaque, but they give you the number, search by the number if you can't find the name, because that is going to bring that up in that search bar. So that if you put that number in there, the way that we have it on our website, so 31L, or you don't even have to put the 31. If you just put L da 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 da, it will pop right up for you. So like I'm so used to just, because I know the departments, but if you don't know the departments and you just put in the L whatever, it will come up. So, okay. Anything else?
Oh, we miss you too, Denise. Haven't seen you in forever, it seems like.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, let us know. Like I said, Lindsay is going to go ahead and post this on our website, so you'll be able to see it. There should be something on our YouTube. Will it stay on YouTube, Lindsay?
It'll stay on YouTube.
Okay.
It will only be on Facebook for 30 days, but
Yeah.
it will remain on YouTube.
Yeah, and then again, you can find it on our website. So if you're like, how did they tell me to do that? Then you can go right there and find it. If not, if nobody has questions, Lindsay, anybody have anything that we need to address?
No.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we covered everything.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so we will be back. Well, first of all, let me say this. Check the website on Monday morning at 8 a.m. because Chris's new Jeepers Creepers is coming out.
Yeah.
Do you have a graphic for that still, Lindsay?
I do.
Didn't even talk about this. Okay, so those are the 5 new designs that's going to be in Chris's Jeepers Creepers 2025 design that's coming out. So that's the series for Halloween that she's doing. She's doing 5 now, and then there's going to be, I believe, 5 later. I'm not sure, but it's a different series.
Yeah.
They're not going to go with this one. They're going to be separate. But anyway, so there's 5 there. So those are all going to be available on Monday morning at 8 a.m. I have been busy all day. This is why we were a little later getting in here. Lindsay's been busy all day prepping for the sale for Friday. So tomorrow the sale will change. And so we've been working on getting stuff ready for that. So check the website tomorrow, cdwood.com. As always, I always like to remind people that you can go to Chris's YouTube channel. So it's Chris Way Designs over on YouTube, and you can find any of the videos that not only Lindsay and I do with our summer-proof painting, but all of Chris's videos that she's done in her YouTube tutorials, any of her lives that she's done. All of that kind of stuff is over on our YouTube channel. So you can go over there and subscribe there. Facebook now is only keeping videos for 30 days. So you can't go find some of that old stuff. You're going to want to go to our YouTube channel. So don't forget about that. If you have questions, let us know. If not, you can email info@cdwood.com. That's for Lindsay. And she will get back to you. Oh, I did want to note something, Lindsay. We leave here. Well, we stop answering phones at 4. Lindsay and I are here till 4:30. That's how we wrap up our week on Thursdays. Our sale doesn't end until 11:59. If you have a problem and you're trying to get the sale price, but you can't get it, as long as we receive an email before that sale is over
Or message on the phone, we are happy to honor that sale price. I know we get a lot of people that are like, I had this order in my cart and I didn't realize the time changed and it changed and the prices switched and now I can't get my deal. We are always happy to honor that. We understand time change and all that kind of stuff. We get it. We're happy to honor that. If you're having an issue, let us know. Unfortunately, we're not here 24/7. So, but as soon as we get back to work that next day or the day after, Monday or Tuesday, Lindsay or I will contact you and we'll take care of that for you. And we know.
Because it does happen.
If you're on the West Coast and as long as that time stamp on those is around that right time, we'll honor it.
Yeah.
I mean, now if you just forgot and you're like the sale ends on Thursday and you're calling Sunday saying, well, I forgot to place my order.
We can't help you there.
No.
But if something had happened and you're like, oh, I just realized it's 12:30 here instead
I can't
of
find this or my computer's not working or something. Yeah, don't hesitate.
Because
send an email.
We do have a lot of customers that call for phone orders. They don't like to place their order on the internet. So we have a lot of customers that call and they will call us and be like, I really want to place an order for the sale. So Lindsay will call them back on Monday and then we honor that always, as long as it's within that time frame. Okay. I just wanted to
We're not mean.
No, I just wanted to put that in there. Anything else? I think we're good. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something about our website. So you can shop our website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, cdwood.com. You can hop over there and do any of that kind of stuff. You can watch all of our videos on YouTube. And Lindsay and I will be back on Wednesday. And we're doing a stenciling project.
Yeah.
So it's a wedding one. I have a wedding coming up in July, so I'm excited about it. So we're going to be doing a wedding project, stenciling project on Wednesday. And I don't know. We'll see how the week goes. Maybe we'll do 2 videos this week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. See what kind of trouble Lindsay and I can get into. Because Mom and Dad are gone.
We're unsupervised.
They're on vacation. So we might be up to some shenanigans. All right, guys, have an amazing day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.